Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Sports Travelers. I'm Ed, and I am going to be giving you my 2025 SEC football prediction for the conference, not for the entire football season. So we're just talking about the Southeastern Conference teams. All right. Once again, the Southeastern Conference SEC is loaded. 13 out of 16 teams are ranked in the preseason top 25. So once again, they're showing their dominance in the NCAA college football. In the top 3 teams are SEC. You got number 1 Texas, number 2 Georgia, and I'm a little concerned about the number 3 team, Alabama. I am an Alabama fan, obviously. But to be ranked number 3 preseason, and you had a very mediocre year last year. You got Kellen DeBoer coming in, who's, I think this is his 3rd head coaching stop. He had success at FCS. He did good at Washington, but you're Pac-12. I just don't see Alabama's number 3 right now. But we'll get to that in a minute. All right. So of the 16 teams, we're going to start at the very bottom. And if you can guess who I think is going to be at the very bottom, I think it's going to be Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is, usually they have 1 or 2 good seasons in a row, and then they go into their normal Vanderbilt football and just don't do good. And last year they went 7-6. They beat Alabama, beat a lot of pretty decent teams last year. They were in a lot of games, but I don't think they're going to have that quarterback of theirs this year. So they are my number 16 team, and they are going to, I think they will finish 3-9 overall and 0-8 in conference play. I don't think they're going to win a conference game this year. Coming in at number 15 is the stellar team from last year, Mississippi State. Does not look promising at all this year. I mean, you have a pretty tough schedule once you get out of your first couple of games. But Mississippi State, you're not looking good this year. You're going to win your first one against Southern Miss, then you go play Arizona State, or they come to you and they're going to walk the dog on you. But other than that, you win a couple more games, you're going to go 3-9. But again, you're not going to win 1 SEC game. Not happening. Number 14 team is going to be Kentucky. They are a basketball school. They will always be a basketball school. I don't see them winning any kind of SEC championship anytime soon in football. Not with the powerhouses we have in the SEC. Unless they get one heck of a football coach up there. Excuse me. To bring that team to life. But Kentucky, I got you going 5-7. You're going to miss the bowl game by 1 game. There might be a game in there you can sneak out. I hope you do. But I got you going 1-7 in the Southeastern Conference. Got you beating Vanderbilt. That's going to be your lone conference win, is Vanderbilt. So, but hopefully you can prove me wrong. Coming in at the number 13 spot is number 22 Arkansas. They're ranked 22 in the preseason. Again, I think you're going to come up 1 win short of going to a bowl game. I got you 5-7 and going 2-6 in the Southeastern Conference. Coming in at number 12, finishing 12th in the SEC, it's going to be Texas A&M. They're a preseason number 8, but last year they were good, and then it just they just went downhill as the season went on. Never got better. And when you finish lousy, you usually start lousy, but I think you're going to do the same thing you did last year. Start out pretty decent and then hit bottom. I got you going to a bowl game. You're going to finish 6-6, but I got you going 3-5 in the SEC because of your latter part of the schedule. Number 11, finishing number 11th, is going to be Missouri, and they are the preseason number 23 team in the nation. They usually have a 10-win season every season, but they play a lot of close games. And I think this year it's going to get to them. But I do have them winning 7 games overall, going 7-5. and 3-5 in the Southeastern Conference. Coming in as the preseason number 10 team, and they're also going to finish 10th in the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers. At quarterback, I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not even going to try. He was a good quarterback. I believe they beat Alabama last year. He did really well. He played good for them. From what I understand, they got a 4 or 5-star quarterback going to be quarterbacking this year. Don't know much about him, but they got you finishing 8-4 overall and going 4-4 in the SEC just for the inexperience. The number 9 team, and they are preseason number 16, is Oklahoma. First year in the SEC, it showed, but they did pretty decent. But they're going to get used to it. They're going to get used to the schedule the teams are playing. They're going to finish 7-5 overall, and they're also going to go 4-4 in the SEC. Now we go to the top 8 teams in the Southeastern Conference, and we're going to start out number 8, and they're they're going to finish 8th in the Southeastern Conference. I believe they finished 7th last year, but they're number 3 in this preseason top 25. Alabama. I don't get it. I don't see it. Ty Simpson is going to be their starting quarterback, apparently. I don't know much about him. All I've heard is good things, but again, we heard a lot of good things about Jalen Milroe. No. We'll see how Ty Simpson does, and hopefully they make me proud this year. But we'll see. Alabama got you 8-4 again, and 4-4 in the SEC. Number 7, finishing number 7th, and they are the preseason number 14 team, and that is Auburn. They had a disaster last year. Oh my gosh, it was a disaster. I think they were 5-7. Oh man, they couldn't win. They were just all over the place. Their quarterback situation was terrible. Not gonna say much about the coaching staff. You coach with what you got, and you do the best you can with what you got. But now it's on him because it's your recruits. You recruited them. You got them. And I guess they got a 5-star quarterback now, and we'll see what happens. I got them finishing Auburn finishing 9-3 and 5-3 in the SEC. Coming in at the number 6 spot is Georgia, and they are preseason preseason number 2. You don't have your quarterback. Lost quite a bit of players. I think they're going to struggle a little bit more this year. They do got pretty easy schedule up until, I believe it's October 18th when they play Ole Miss. Well, I wouldn't say Ole Miss is going to be easy, but I think Ole Miss is going to be the one that takes them down for their first loss, and then they go on a little bit of a downslide. But Georgia, I got you going 9-3 this year and 5-3 in the Southeastern Conference. Your top 5 in the SEC, starting with number 5, LSU, preseason number 12. Came on strong last year at the end. I think they're going to do the same thing again. This year, I got them going 9-3 and 6-2 in the Southeastern Conference. The number 4 team in the SEC, and they are preseason number 13. They're always disappointing in the middle of the season somewhere, and it's Ole Miss. And I really thought about having Ole Miss win the SEC this year. I thought about it. I was like, Ole Miss might have a chance to win the SEC this year. But then I got to thinking of a couple more teams. Your Florida, your South Carolina, how they finished the season last year. And there's always that one game that gets them. And this year, that one game is going to be South Carolina. They're going to be undefeated going against South Carolina on November 1st. And it's going to be at home, which is where they usually choke. And I think that's going to be the game. Lane Kiffin, I hope you do not choke this game, because I'm rooting for you. I love Ole Miss football. Love watching them. Like Lane Kiffin, he was coach at Alabama. Loved him there at times. But I got you winning 10 games this year. You're going 10-2, and you're going to go 6-2 in the SEC. Your 2 losses are going to be against South Carolina and Florida. Your number 3 team is going to be the number 1 ranked preseason Texas Longhorns. Again, You made it to the SEC title game. Should have won the SEC championship. But a couple plays here and there, a couple of calls here and there. Went to overtime. First SEC championship game to go in overtime, I believe it was. Tough loss. But this year, you're going to go 10-2. Overall, you're going to win your 10 games. You're going to go 7-1 in the Southeastern Conference. And your slip-up is going to be against Florida. Florida's going to be your downfall in the SEC. And then, but your first game of the year, Ohio State. Are you kidding me? What a game that's going to be. Texas, Ohio State. Can't wait for that game. I'm going to be pulling so hard for you, Texas. But you got to beat Ohio State. If you beat Ohio State, then we'll start talking about SEC championship, possibly. Maybe a national championship, but first game means nothing. First game means nothing. If you lose, you're not out of it. You just got to win all the way through the rest of your season. Don't wait till you get to the end to lose. Then it's absolutely over, pretty much. The runner-up and the first team that's going to be playing in the Southeastern Conference Championship game is the preseason number 18 team, and it's the Florida Gators. Going out on a limb, I think they're going to do good this year. I feel like they started to get it together at the end of the year. Last season, I don't know. I mean, they went 8-5 last year, but they won their last few games. But I really see them doing really well throughout the whole season this year. I got them going 11-1, and their one loss is going to be early, and it's going to be to LSU. LSU is going to beat them down in Baton Rouge, and hopefully, well, you know, it's going to be a great game. I can't wait to see that game. I'm probably sure it's going to be at nighttime in Death Valley, because LSU likes to play a lot of home games down there at night when it's a big game, and I don't blame them. And it's hard to win down there. All right, hear me out. The number one team's going to finish the number one in the regular season. The South Carolina Gamecocks. All right. A lot of people are going to laugh at that one. But I feel like they have the schedule to go undefeated, both in the regular season and in the Southeastern Conference. They did really, really well at the end of the year. I believe they went 9-4 last year. But I think at one time they were 3-4 or something, 3-3. They were doing awful. But they started to come back. They were in a lot of games. And then they pulled off about 5 or 6 consecutive wins. They were in I think the only one they were not in was, I think Missouri may have gotten them pretty good. I don't remember. But I got South Carolina running the table this year. And here's why. I mean, this is their first 5 games. Virginia Tech, South Carolina State, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Kentucky. I think all of those are going to be wins. Those like 4 consecutive games after the Virginia Tech game, which is in Blacksburg. I'm sorry, it's going to be in Atlanta. Their next 4 games are at home in Columbia. I mean, you got the home field advantage. And I think they're going to upset LSU. If they get through that one, they'll probably beat Oklahoma. I have them beating Alabama only because it's in Columbia. And of course, that's the team Ole Miss is going to slip up to when they get to each other, because they're both going to be undefeated. Ole Miss is going to get probably way overhyped. And I think South Carolina is going to sneak out there with a win. Then they got a bye week. Texas A&M, Coastal Carolina, and then they close out at Clemson. Clemson might be the team that makes them 11-1. I think Clemson's always tough, and I don't know. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a great SEC year. 13 teams out of 16 ranked in the top 25, and they're all playing each other eventually at some time in the season. So it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a great conference year. My next video, we are going to cover the ACC. I'll be doing that shortly. But if you like this video, hopefully you'll like and subscribe, and send me your comments who you think is going to win the regular season SEC title, and who you think will win the Southeastern Conference Championship game. I forgot to add that my winner of the Southeastern Conference Championship game is going to be Florida. I think Florida beats South Carolina in the Southeastern Conference Championship game. So let me know in the comments below who you think will be the regular season champions and who will win the Southeastern Conference Championship. So thank you for your time and hope you enjoyed this video.